Don't ever laugh when a hearse goes by.
You just might be the next to die.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinnacle on your snout.
They'll wrap you in a big white sheet from your head down to your feet.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout.
They'll throw you in a big black box
and fill your grave with dirt and rocks.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout.
And there you'll die for about a week.
Until your coffin springs a leak.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout.
They'll eat your ears, they'll eat your nose.
They'll gobble your fingers and your toes.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle with your snout?
But then a great big rat will come. Crawl in your mouth, out your bum.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout.
Your skin will turn a sickly blue.
Your brain will melt and turn to goo.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout.
You spread them on a slice of bread.
And that's what you eat when you are dead. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout. Welcome to the Trick or Treat Radio Extra Special Halloween Special Live Party 2021. It is Devil's Night, and here we are joining you, hopefully, for a very special time. And in that intro, you just heard many of our Patreons and ourselves doing the Hearse song. And I love it. I love the contributions from everybody. You guys fucking kicked ass, and that was so much fun to put together. What'd you think, Raven Shadow? You clapping?
I like the extended, like the overlap. I'm not sure what the word is, but the repeating of some of the phrases.
Yeah,
was kind of sexy.
Yeah. So we had some. I asked everyone to do the worms comes in, the worms come out, and everyone did such a great job that I wanted to use everybody's. So it just kind of lined up perfectly that after each line, I could place one at the end, and then I tried to kind of build it up with some music and had the strings and spooky stuff and everything. So no, it was a lot of fun to put together, and everyone did some phenomenal work. So I think this is a new tradition. So I think we have to do it next year now. It's 2 years in a row.
I love it. It's my favorite part. I think we're done now.
All right, show's over.
See you next year.
I put more work into that than I put into any show during the week, so for me, I'm spent. All right, so we're doing something a little bit different tonight. We are doing a live show. This is the live Halloween special, and last year we had more of a variety show. I will say that I had some ideas that I wanted to do with this, and I was going to do it on Patreon, and I was going to stream it on Patreon. But the way that I was going to do it wasn't going to work with with Discord's current I meant to say Discord, with their current technology. So what we are doing, though, is we do have some people hanging out in Discord stage. That's what they call it, the stage. And what I can do is I can add people into the conversation. So we're going to have some conversation pieces. We're going to throw out some topics, and I want other people to join in. So not just us. I want other people to join in. Already we got a few people hanging out. So if you're listening live and you're not already in the Discord stage, what you can do is head to, I created a page specifically because I know on last week's show, I talked about how it's hard to tell people what the URL is to join Discord. I made it easy. So you go to discord.trickortreatradio.com, and it's going to bring you right there. So that's easy, right? Raven Shadow? Even a Raven Shadow could do it.
Yeah. Discord.trickortreatradio.com, right?
There you go. See, you once, and you remembered it.
I praise me.
We'll ask you again in 5 minutes and see if you remember.
Yeah. You said, I am, praise me. You are what?
I am retaining knowledge. It's Discord.com. I am.
Is this Discord After Dark?
Yo, very special Discord.
Speaking of which, there will be a Discord After Dark. There'll be a Blackout Tapes after party. So if you guys are listening to this live and you don't know what the Blackout Tapes are, Blackout Tapes is a chat that is hosted by Michael Ravenshadow. It is Ravenshadow. You can promote this better than I could. Tell people what they can expect from the Blackout Tapes.
Oh man, it's like being in a verbal, virtual, whatever you want to call it, den of sin and gluttony, and it's just it's a place where people can all talk all raw. And just kind of connect, whether you're from the Dominican Republic to the great state of California or all the way to Melbourne and everything in between. It's just a way that we can all just vibe and share our stories and our thoughts and maybe some emotions, and the emotionality in the conversations was nice. And you can get fucked up. It's a great party where no one has to drive home.
You lost me. I'm confused. No,
I am a little. Yeah, it's like a you're just talking
raw,
talking all raw. Yeah, we're getting lubed up, we're getting talking
all raw, lubed up. Okay, got it. Yeah. So there you go. So after this is over, we'll take a quick little break. What do you need, Ravenshadow? 10, 15, maybe? How long does it take you to eat an Uncrustable?
No, I've not eaten today. I did have a grinder, but I got to take all the out. So yeah,
he's eating a grinder.
I wish we could have shown that. Goddamn. Fuck.
Well, what I am going to do is, so the idea that I had for the Halloween show, I'm going to do for a Patreon show coming up soon. So we'll figure something out because I want to keep some of that stuff exclusive. I don't want it to be out in the wild. I don't even know. I didn't even get the okay if MZ wants to post the Tuck video. But MZ, would you allow people on Patreon to see the Tuck video?
How long ago did we do that? Like 4 or 5 years ago?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
It's been a long time. I don't know.
All right, well, think about it.
I don't know because
I don't know. I like that.
See, the thing with that is that, if I do want that to be released, it's got to be secure, man. I don't need that free floating around on the internet.
Well, that's why it would be a Patreon thing where only Patreon supporters would be able to see it. That's why I wouldn't do it on YouTube, because then, it would be on YouTube.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I wouldn't do it without your
right.
And I wouldn't do it without your permission either way. So
that's an even smarter move.
Yeah, I don't want you getting a divorce.
I know where you live.
No, actually, no, you don't.
And even if you did, you probably wouldn't be willing to drive that far.
Yeah, no, you don't. I know. I'm safe from him.
I think I.
No, I'm safe from you. You wouldn't
but,
have done
But I think, I mean, I feel like my grip is loosening a bit more on it as time goes by. So, I mean, I could be open to that.
All right. Well,
but it would have to be very special. I mean, this isn't some
on a very special
$2
episode. Maybe we'll do a holiday special then, kind of like the Star Wars holiday special, and then you can can show your tuck dance on that. All right. Well, that's a story for another day. But yeah. So if folks are listening live, we do we have the chat room going as we normally do, but I want to get some more conversation going on Discord. So for folks that are in Discord, I know we have a few right now. If you guys can obviously watch the video feed, but when we have you join the audio feed, you may need to just mute however you're watching us. I'm not sure if you are watching us, but you may need to mute that just so you can hear us live. But yeah, so discord.trickortreatradio.com if you're not already in the Discord, and there's a stage, that's what they're called. There's or a channel or a room, whatever you want to call them, and it says Halloween Special 2021. You just click on that, you'll join the room, and then there is the speaker, and then there's the audience. And as we get to the questions where the discussion begins, then all you got to do to participate is click the little hand wave icon, and then it'll request to speak, and then I'll call on people, and then we'll bring them in. So that's what we're going to try this time round, trying something a little new, since we weren't able to do the video show that we wanted to do. But this way, it probably supports the podcast better anyways, because if we had a lot of video content, it might not work so well on the podcast feed after the fact. So Raven Shadow, you were talking about doing you went to a Halloween party? Is that right?
Well, yeah. Well, for those that know, I do work the comic shop on Saturdays, and we did have a Halloween party, and it was pretty dope. We had some creators that were in. Dr. Chris was there with his artist Ken Hunt, promoting Vlada. Yeah, Vlada. His gender swap Dracula story. And I picked up a couple of things.
You got talking to the mic.
Well, I was fucking for it, Johnny. It's not my fucking it's fucking reaching for it. So yeah, his
reach around, wrench it off.
Reach around, wrench it off. Yeah. But yeah, his illustrated prose novel. They're now doing a comic form, so I'm not sure if it can be seen. But I picked up Vlada, Chronicle of the Damned. You can see here. I got a bunch of swag from that. And also the artist Ken Hunt, who's a really cool guy. He actually, at the end of their signing and their appearances, he basically had a bunch of prints of work he's done, and was like, hey, anyone in the shop and the staff can come over, pick out a print, and he'll sign it for free. And it was really, really cool that he would do that, because he had some really cool stuff. And he actually made a cool analogy. He's like, yeah, comic fans are junkies. And I'm like, yeah. But he's like, yeah, but like the comic shops are like the drug dealers. Respect, I'm with that. Anyone who works in the shop is like a drug dealer. And then the creators are the ones that like kind of make the drug themselves. So I liked his drug, and I was like, dude, we have to fucking hang out. But he was a really cool guy. And he actually, the print, I felt weird asking for it, but they offered it. But I don't know if you can see this, but you see this? It's the demon, Tim Curry's demon from Legend.
I cannot see it, but yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, no, it's a sweet fucking. You really can't see it? You
No.
There's a reflection. There's a glare. There's a glare on it.
All right, well, there's
a glare on
it. It's raining out, but yeah, fine. It was very, very cool.
That's pretty awesome. So Ken Hunt, cool dude.
Yeah, really cool dude. See.
Yes, I need to interject here with some late breaking news. This is fresh news.
Oh, who
that
died?
just-
Who died now?
No, nobody died. Nobody died.
Okay,
Nobody
good.
died. This broke a couple hours ago, but I just caught it now. I don't know if you guys caught on to it, but apparently somebody. Let me see. The efforts of Chris Kreis, Kriess, and the Living Dead Museum, in association with George Romero, has located the black and white 16 millimeter version of Martin.
Oh.
This is the director's cut, which is about 3.5 hours long. And it's always been Romero's preferred version. It may soon return safely to the custody of Richard Rubinstein and Braddock Associates for digital revitalization and distribution to the world. So this is pretty big news, to find the 3.5 hour black and white 16 millimeter cut of Martin, George Romero's vampire epic. So I just wanted to drop that news and say that's pretty hot. That is big news. And I'm sure we'll wait about a year or so before we actually see a release of this on Blu-ray. And I'm looking forward to it. It says, and there's a photo of one of the reels, one of 3. The handwritten label is one that I prepared back in 1976. To my knowledge, this is the only existing version of the Romero classic. And yeah, reel 1, Martin, 1976. So anyway, that's big news for this Halloween special. Yeah, I'm stoked. That's crazy.
Aries seems really wowed.
Well, that's really cool. I don't understand why he interrupted Raven Shadow for that news that came out a couple hours ago. Like,
Well,
you made it sound like we should have had like a breaking news bulletin, like like.
Well, the news that I'm catching it on just reported it about 10 minutes ago. So, but when I look at the report itself, it says it came out it looks like it said it came out a couple hours ago, but still it's important, and I thought I'd bring it up.
Well, it's I'm not doubting its importance to the horror community. I'm doubting its importance to interrupt your friend's story where that could have waited 2 to 3 minutes while he finished up. That's all I'm saying.
It's Raven Shadow. It wouldn't have been 2 or 3 minutes.
I gotta.
It would have been 15, 17 minutes at best.
I gotta ask Raven Shadow a question. Raven Shadow, I see a trend with women bringing you stuff. Whether it's your mom,
What the hell, Raven Shadow?
Marion, what'd you get? What'd you bring you?
No, my Mary and my girlfriend came to the house. We're doing, it's a Saturday night. She's hanging out during the podcast show, and she picked up some dinner. So, I got a little pizza, and she got some food.
You can eat it on the air. Share with everyone.
No, I'm not gonna eat in the air. Yeah, I'll have a slice between this and the after party.
Now, I need to ask: do you have a work wife as well?
Wait, what?
A work wife? Do you have a
wife?
woman at work that does
what
work? Your mother and your girlfriend do?
Oh my God!
That's
wow.
He does.
Was that a he does?
Yeah.
Did I hear a he does?
Yeah.
Does.
I have a staff member that
A staff member.
He has a stiff member.
That's outrageous. And some things I can't talk about. But no, there's sometimes where I did get for, it was like, it was funny. For Boss's Day, I did get from my staff, I got a pack of cigarettes and 25 singles in a card. And the reason for that was like, we want to pretend, figure you can pretend that you have a lot of money. I'm like, well, I want to pretend that too. So yeah, I got $25.
They know you all too well.
I know. Perhaps I'm sending the wrong message.
Raven Shadow stiff member. You got a work wife.
I don't have a work wife. No, I have No, I don't. I have married. It's very different relationships.
Well, I should hope all the women in your life have different relationships between your mother, your girlfriend, and your work wife.
Yeah.
I should hope they're all completely different relationships.
All completely different. Completely. I do have a dominatrix, but that's something different.
Jesus.
That's above
Oh,
my
don't tell me your mother was dominatrix uniform.
Oh my God! All right, enough.
Down.
All right, that's a bridge too far. Come on.
Bridge off the River Kwai, or what the fuck you doing?
Oh man! All right, so
it takes a village to raise Raven Shadow. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's for sure. I want to get into some discussion because we got some people hanging out on the Discord room. So I want to. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you like either of those ideas I came up with earlier?
Refresh your memories.
All right, so so one of the things I was thinking about is we did the Hearst song, which dates back pretty far. It's not just from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. There was a version of it in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and that's where most people might have found out about it. But I thought it'd be fun to talk about some like actual fucking real life ghost stories. Like if any of you guys have had any experiences or anything like that. Scary stories to tell on the podcast, So I thought maybe we'd start there. We'll see how that goes. And then just kind of have a conversation. So we'll kind of kick things off. But if people in the audience, in the Discord audience, have stories they want to convey or points they want to make, all you gotta do is click that raise hand button, and then when there's a break in the conversation, I'll add you in. I'm gonna try to just add one person at a time, just so when everyone's not talking all over each other. But do any of you guys have any stories? I know that we're treading on territory from last week's show when Aries was talking about finding stuff. I wonder if he's been haunted at work.
Well, see, I wouldn't classify those as ghost stories.
No, they're definitely not ghost stories, but, could be haunted later.
Well, I mean, granted, they haunt me.
Well, true.
As that was a parent, like, save myself a therapy bill this week.
That kind of got over. Everyone, people had some feelings about that. Raven Shadow, what did you think? Are you still mad at Aries?
I was never mad at Aries. I think he was a little bit. I said it, and I listened to it again over the weekend. I think he came out swinging early on, and I think he was going through some things, and I was the target. But I feel that overall, we got better. We righted the course, and I think we all learned something as a result. I think we all vented.
What did we talk about? You don't speak for everyone.
I didn't speak for everyone.
You did. We all. What do you think we all means?
Yeah.
Y'all.
The royal.
I believe it is plural and meaning everyone, right? We all.
I think there was a nice discussion. I think everybody kind of vented and shared some things, and that's nice, right? Not nice. No, fine. No, you want to do? All right. I've been thinking about retorting a couple things. I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that.
Should I buckle up? Let me find my seatbelt.
Yeah, get some more whiskey.
I'm buckled in. Let's go.
Is this a thing where, and I understand it. Aries is doing the fighting Irish thing, and it scares the hell out of me. But like, right? I said before, it's. All right, Raven Shadow has a bad week. Fine, whatever the fuck. It's become a thing now. I don't, and that's a problem with mental illness. It could be fair, right? Nobody wants to. How can you compare someone's stress or bad week compared to a doctor or someone that has to make life decisions or someone that sees some of the things that you do? And now, is it also fair that if you bundle it up or hide it? Because, well, I shouldn't feel a certain way because if I don't go to work the next day, doesn't impact someone's life, right? So that's the thing where, you know, you be the whole Gary Cooper, or you try to be a fucking tough guy and try to fucking put it in a box. So just dig it down deep, put it away. But I think to share, doesn't that help? If we all share.
Well, I mean, what sparked the whole thing is you saying, I've had a week, which you've had a week every week. You never share. You just, I'm late because I had a week.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We've all had a week.
So you can't justify what you're going through by saying I need to vent when you don't actually vent.
Well, I didn't vent. Right. I was saying that.
No, but you're trying to justify always having a week by saying you need to vent.
I felt you were dismissing because it wasn't the same level.
Well, no, I was merely saying that you always show up saying, I've had a week. Well, everyone has a week. Everyone's week. No one has a great week. They have varying degrees of shitty weeks because we all have fucking jobs.
Right.
But we all just kind of go. And I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, if you want to vent, like you've had a particularly shitty week and you want to vent on air, as long as it's not every week, we'd probably listen to you. If you could probably make it entertaining.
I had a week. I had to mow the lawn. I had a week. I had to shovel the steps.
I mean, that's.
I had a week. I had to take the dog out.
That's where I'm coming from this. And as you could see from where I went off, yes, I come from the old school Irish way of dealing with problems. Bury it down deep until you explode.
Right.
Last week, or whiskey. Yes, whiskey helps a lot too. The movie had a few triggers for should I go through at work? And guess what? I exploded all over you. You know what? And people found it entertaining.
Gross.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. I want to see that.
I got the tarps down. It's not good. But no, but I was not mad at you. I was not mad at you. I love you.
I never thought you were mad at me.
Yeah.
Was it?
That
I
would
never
have
thought
made
you
your
were
week
mad
worse.
Yeah. Love you.
All right.
I had a week.
All right. So that's not what I wanted to talk about. But hey, we we did get that out. Do any of you guys to want to start off? Do you guys have any spooky stories? Have you encountered anything supernatural? Any ghosts? Anything to speak of like that? And I'm gonna throw the question out to our audience as well. And once again, in Discord, if you guys have a story to tell or something you want to mention, go ahead and click the request to speak, which is the little hand wavy thing. And then we'll get to folks. Do you guys have any, though, to kick things off?
You think I would be. Oh, because, where I used to live in a 150-year-old funeral home.
You never saw anything?
Never saw anything, never heard, felt anything. But I'll tell you, that basement is fucking spooky as hell. It's got catacombs and shit. It's basically, you go down these stone steps, and you go down these stone steps, you side shift to go down a deeper hallway, in which one side is all the oil tanks and all that other stuff like that. But on the left-hand side is our separate rooms. No doorways or anything like that. Just separate rooms. I think it was like maybe 3 rooms, all of equal size, off to the side, and with dirt floor. Dirt floor, no lights, no nothing. Just stone walls. And inside each one of those rooms, when you walk in, you look into the room, into the far right corner of each room, there was another room in there, which was basically like a small walk-in closet sort of thing, but it didn't have the the panache of a typical walk-in closet. It was just dark, dirt floor, stone walls, and no lights. Literally zero lights. And I never brought myself to look into those rooms to see what's in there because I have no idea what the hell is in there. And going down in that basement is spooky enough to begin with. But it always freaked me out.
Yeah.
And
I'm amazed that nothing happened.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually kind of disappointed, actually.
Yeah.
Well, if you had gone into those small rooms.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, but I would rather have something. Yeah, but I would rather have something happen on its own rather than having something trigger it because of something that I did. Because that could just simply mean pissing it off. Meanwhile, if it's getting conjured up on its own, maybe that just means it just wants to be known. And whether or not it does anything good or bad, well, that's the risk I would have to take. But I certainly didn't want to conjure anything up, by acting inaccordingly.
Well, then you're partially at fault for not having anything happen to you.
Well, probably, yes. But
you gotta poke a ghost every now and again.
You know what? You're right about that, but you know what? You're right about that, but at least I'm alive to tell about it.
I'm gonna poke that ghost.
I'm gonna poke that ghost.
I'm gonna poke that ghost. Ghost pokers.
Yeah, that's a movie.
Ghost pokers. All right, so MZ doesn't have anything. Ravenchild, do you have anything?
I don't, man. I'm the Han Solo, man. I've been around this fucking world a little bit, but I've not seen any supernatural machinations.
Wow. How about yours?
Unfortunately, no. I've tried. If I was in that house that MZ was speaking of, I would have gone into every one of those closets and tested the waters for everything because I was looking for shit to happen and it never happened. Growing up, my mother worked at an old building in the center of town, the center of the town I grew up in, that was rumored to have been involved in the Underground Railroad. And I used to explore that thing and found hidden stairways and ladders and storage rooms all over the place, and nothing ever happened, and I was ticked off.
But it was because there's that by the police station too. It was all done.
Yeah, well, there's much evidence, but there's no solid documentation of it.
Gotcha.
All rumors, and like I said, you could find hidden stairways and things like that, but nothing concrete evidence.
Well, for me, I never really I haven't had a supernatural experience, but I did have an extraterrestrial experience. Let's see, this was, how old was I? Maybe 17 or 18. At the time, I was in a band with actually no, I think I was younger. I think it was 16. I was in a band with a bunch of guys that were older, like 20, 21. So I didn't have a car, but they all did. So we were going. I was with one other dude. I forget where we're headed. We're actually not too far from where you used to live, MZ. Actually close to where Mars currently lives. Up right off of that road. I can't remember the name of that road, but we're heading up there. MZ's gonna know this. I don't think anyone else will. Do you know where it forks off and goes towards the Job Corps, where our buddy JK-47 used to live?
Institute Road.
Okay, yeah, Destitute Road.
Is that it? Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. But as it forked off, we were coming up to that, and me and my buddy, his name is Mark, we're looking, we're just kind of driving and just kind of hanging out, and then we saw a light up in the sky, and we're like, I think one of us was like, "Did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck? It's huge," and it was moving, at a weird angle, it was sort of moving diagonally, and it was really bright. And then we kind of stopped and both stopped the car, pulled over, and looked, and then it zigzagged and then fucking flew up and away, and it was gone. And it was really bright and like in your face. It it wouldn't have been mistaken for any, for like a street light or like a plane or anything like that. The way it moved was very unnatural. And it moved very fast. And yeah, obviously nothing really happened, but I got chills, and I got like, my hairs were standing up on my arm and everything. But that's the only thing that I've encountered. And then like that was it, and it was gone. But we both saw it, and we were both like, "What the fuck?" We just looked at each other and were like, "Holy shit!" So for me, that's it. I haven't had any supernatural experiences. I think the thing is too, I think you need to be open to them. Like I've always sort of like been, I don't know if I believe in it. But I kind of do now as I've sort of gotten older and gotten more sort of worldly. I think it is certainly possible, but I think you have to be open to it. So maybe none of us are open to it. Aries would punch a fucking ghost.
Oh, he would. So fucking hard.
Would you punch me? I'd punch you so fucking hard. So I want to open this up then to Discord. So if anyone hanging out in Discord has had an experience they want to talk about, or even like heard from somebody else, I'd be curious. So all right, we got our boy Carlitos popped his hand up. So let's go to Carlitos and see what he's got up. What kind of story he's got up his sleeve. And let's see. Okay, so Carlitos, I sent you an invite. All right. What's up, Carlitos?
Carlitos!
You're really low. Let me check to see if I can change that. Talk again, Carlitos. Hello. It's really low. Let me bounce you back, and then I'm gonna get Double D, and then we can see if we can fix that. I don't know why you were so low, but we couldn't hear you. Let's see if we can hear Double D though. We'll see how this works. They have to send it. They request, and then I send them an invite to join, and I think they have to click something. So I don't think it's instantaneous. I think it takes a few seconds. So Double D, I just sent you an invite. So I don't know if you saw it pop up or how that works. And Double D just messaged me. He didn't see it yet. All right. There you go. Hey, Double D. Hey, man. What's going on? Okay, you're quiet too.
Hey.
Hold on one sec. Okay, go ahead, Double D.
All right. So
cool.
I guess I'll start off, and I actually have two of them.
Okay, awesome.
I'll go with one. Are you guys familiar? I'm sure you are with the app Randonautica.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, to those who aren't familiar with it, this is an application in which it's supposed to send you on a random adventure to explore the world around you, right? So all you have to do is share your location, and you have to set an intention. Like, what are you looking to find? Something spooky, something mysterious, and then you follow directions to a random point that the app generates for you. The theory is that you'll find something relevant to your intention. Okay, so this actually happened. One for real happened in Seattle. Apparently, what happened there was these kids in Seattle, they used the Randonautica app, and their intention was to find something undiscovered. So it specifically led them to, I think, somewhere near a pier, if I'm not mistaken. And they found like a bunch of suitcases, like rocks and stuff, And when one of the kids was brave enough to like see what's in the suitcase, they open it up, and they get this like insane, like awful smell coming from out of it. And apparently there was a body inside a suitcase, and the Randonautica app led them to that. And so,
fuck?
and apparently, the place was like a nesting ground of of several dead bodies. I mean, this is real stuff. I mean, this came on the news and everything, And so I got curious. We're in the pandemic when it started here, and we were locked down for like a while. So I downloaded the app. Where I live, it's near the coast. So, and you could set the radius of the Randonautica app, as small or as wide as you wanted to. And then the Randonautica app, my intent was to find something undiscovered too. So it actually led me out to sea. You know what I mean? So it was actually recorded in the sea. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I got a friend who has a boat and stuff. Let's get on the boat one day and check out that that coordinate. So we get there, and we get on the boat and we get to the coordinate there. It's he puts on some snorkel gear and stuff. You know what I mean? And amazingly enough, another boat comes in from like not the Coast Guard, but with the equivalent to what a Coast Guard is around here in DR, and the officer was like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "No, we're just fooling around here, whatever." And he informed me that somebody died there, just like about last around this area there. There was a boat that kind of what's it called when too much water gets into it and stuff, whatever it is.
Capsized.
So what capsized, and they actually died there.
The fuck?
And the bodies were yet to be found, supposedly, but it was around that. And then, that's all the news Double D had to hear. I'm like, fuck out of here. There's no need to test this Randonautica nonsense anymore.
Holy shit.
And we went back. So, yes. One of my random things for Randonautica. So, if you guys are brave enough, go to the App Store, look for an app called Randonautica. There's an owl as the logo, and test your might there.
Rach, are you gonna try this?
I don't know, man.
I could see you and Marion doing this.
We could, but I think I would want Aries to come with us.
I knew that was fucking coming.
Yeah.
Can we do that next Friday?
Gotta have your muscle with you.
Yeah.
But
See,
what's the app called again?
I looked it up, so I'm looking at it right now. It's Randonautica. So Randonautica. Randonautica. Yeah.
Got it. And I am going to install it right now.
None of you guys have heard of it?
No, I've never heard of it.
No.
Wow. Okay.
You're holding out on us, Double D.
That's pretty crazy though, man. Like I totally would have been fucking out of there too. That's kind of fucked up.
So there's like a whole like for real stuff that I found creepy shit because of this Randonautica app. But the creepiest one was definitely that Seattle story. I couldn't believe it when I saw it on the news.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Did you say you had another Double D?
Yeah. You guys know the elevator game Ritual? You know what that is?
I don't think so.
No. Wow. All right. So
the popcorn trick.
If you guys have seen the Netflix a documentary, the Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel.
No.
And the
yes,
Liza
I have.
Lamb, the girl that that ended up dead, on the water tank and stuff, So one of the theories,
I know it.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the theories was that she was playing the elevator game, which was proved to be false. But the elevator game is actually a thing in which you have to dial a certain sequence of floors on an elevator, and it's supposed to take you to this other realm, this other world. Okay. Now there are certain rules to it, to the elevator game. One, you have to go in alone, and you have to be in a public building with at least 10 floors, and it has to have an elevator. All right. And then so when you start the game, you need to enter the elevator, and you press the fourth floor. Okay. And you don't proceed if someone enters the elevator. Okay. So if you press the fourth floor, it opens, no one comes in. Then you press the second floor. All right. Then you press the sixth floor, the second floor, the 10th floor, and the fifth floor. So after you press the fifth floor there, supposedly there's going to be a random woman that's supposed to enter on the fifth floor. And according to the ritual, you're not supposed to look at her or make any eye contact with her. You don't speak, you don't talk to her, you don't acknowledge her because the woman is not human. So if you decide to speak to her, then she'll decide to keep you for her own. And then after she gets off, you press the first floor, and again, you don't proceed if someone enters. Okay? The elevator will either ascend or descend. Okay. If the elevator reaches the first floor, leave and don't look back. However, if you press the first floor and the elevator reaches the 10th floor, leave and do not respond to the woman if she asks, where are you going? And then because supposedly that's supposed to take you to some other realm. So we tried this. Once again, the stupid things we do when we're bored, I guess. So we tried this elevator game over here, So and we did the ritual, So all the sequence to the elevators and stuff, So then finally, when we get to that one where we hit the fifth floor, coincidentally a couple walks in, and it kind of fucking freaked me out. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember what the rule was again. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to look at the girl? Those two people. So I booked it, like I always do. When Double D's in fear, he runs for his life. Jumped out the fifth floor, and I ran down 5 flights of stairs, and my friend was waiting downstairs. He's like, "What happened? Did you see anybody?" Look, man, I saw a couple. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'm leaving.
That's pretty fucked
Look that
up.
up as well, the elevator game ritual, and you'll see some creepy stuff. It's a creepy pasta.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy. If Carlito's still in there, Carlito, go ahead and send the request. I'm going to get to you next. The issue actually was my fault. I apologize. I had the volume down on that. So we'll get Carlitos up next. But do you guys have anything to add to what Double D said, or any questions about it?
I'm going to try everything he said. I'm playing the elevator game, and I downloaded that app. I'm trying that app.
Right.
I'm having myself
Right
some
out
fun.
Elevator game ritual and ran down out of it.
Are you going to try Raven Shadow?
No, man. I'm just staying home.
Just staying home. Yeah, Raven Shadow wants an app where it brings the ghosts to him.
Come on, bro. Go in the back.
But they gotta have beer and cigarettes.
Yeah. Ghost delivery.
Beer, cigarettes, and
pizza,
Uncrustables.
Uncrustables.
Like, I want ghosts. Like, I want the ghost of Bill Hicks and like Sam Kinison to be in my house. That's what I want. I want like.
No, you don't. Trust me, you don't. You really don't. Those guys were obnoxious alive. Imagine when they're dead.
All right, to be fair on Sam, but no, I would love if instead of like Jesse Custer talking to like John Wayne, I wish Bill Hicks would be my like supernatural like Obi-Wan. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, no, man. Me, all and Trisha, we're just gonna stay home and watch HBO Max.
Jesus. All right. Well, Double D, thanks for conveying those stories to us. That was at least added some excitement because all of us are boring as fuck with our stories.
No problem, man.
All right, Double D. We'll probably get you back in later if you have anything else to add. But we're gonna go ahead now and move to Carlitos, and be able to hear Carlitos this time. What's up, Carlitos?
Hello, is it me? You guys hear me all right?
Yeah, we hear you now, man. I apologize about that. That was my
cool.
bad.
No, that's cool. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to top Double D, but and just real quick to piggyback off his Randonautica story, it's kind of a YouTube thing. There's like a lot of YouTube Randonautica videos. You guys want to check that out?
Okay.
So
cool.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just saying that's cool. I didn't even know it existed, so I'll have to look for that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is according to my parents because I was way too young to remember this, but it was apparently just more of a mystery that could be supernatural that happened to me as a baby. So back in the Philippines when I was infant age, maybe 3. They said I was like 6-8 months when I came here, but so it had to be 6, maybe 3 to 6 months. How old I was, and I was in my crib, and the blankets and the comforters and all that stuff was all nicely tucked in under me, and I was sleeping on top. Okay, and basically in the next morning, I was perfectly under those covers, nicely tucked in. I was just under it, sound asleep. Mm-hmm. And nobody in the house, including my mom or my dad or my auntie who was there living with them at the time, would say that they were the ones that did it. So it was just kind of, and I think this was the house where they do claim it was haunted, according to them. So, and that's really what the mystery is. It's like, so it's like, who tucked Carlos in, little Carlos in? Well, it wasn't me. Well, it wasn't me. I would remember, But, so that was it. Then again, it was the drug-addled 70s, so maybe they just forgot.
Yeah. That is always possible in the 70s.
Yeah, so, so that's my little... And there was also, I actually did see a UFO one time, just real quick, on my way home from work at my old job when I first started listening to you guys. And I saw up to my, driving home on my upper left, my vision, or right rather, I saw what looked like something just went into warp speed, kind of like a flash, which was very unnatural looking, and nothing like a shooting star or anything like that. I don't think it was even, I'm not even sure if a jet would do that, because I didn't hear nothing. Those things would be loud that low too. Well, but it was at night, and he just kind of did this blink into existence and just warp speed out of there.
Yeah,
that was it.
That sounds similar to my experience. It was real quick, and yeah, it just like all of a sudden was like boom, boom, and then it was like fucking gone. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. Maybe it was actually, I was gonna say maybe it was the same thing. It's just you know how you can see things in the sky, and a lot of people can see it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's it. That's all I got.
Awesome. Well, those are good contributions, and the case of the missing Carlos. That is pretty funny, though. It was the 70s, so yeah. I mean, you never know, right? Awesome, Carlos. Well, it was as always, it's a pleasure to chat with you, my friend. You guys have anything you want to add? Anything you want to clarify about Carlos's stories?
I'm just glad he's okay.
I was asleep under the covers.
Yeah, he's under the covers.
But if it was
duck and cover, man, just duck and cover under the covers, baby. Come on.
Me so good.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Carlitos, it's good to chat with you, and I appreciate you popping in here on the Discord stage. And Also, I mean, I'm glad that you guys are here because we're kind of testing this out. We may use this again in the future. We'll see how this kind of works out. But yeah, it's cool to be able to have people pop in. Raven Chat, I know you were excited about that.
I love it. And actually, hearing Dee and Carlito tell about their stories made me think of something. It wasn't a supernatural event, but it was the threat of supernatural events that I had growing up.
Did somebody threaten you? I'm gonna give you a supernatural event if you don't shut up, mister.
Well, to be fair, in the Italian community, there's a lot of threats going around when you're a young child. A lot of
true.
You know, a lot of threats. But I may have told this story, but I must have been maybe 3 or 4, late 70s, early 80s. And I remember when Trilogy of Terror was on TV a lot. So what was that? Was Trilogy, the Karen Black joint with the fucking pygmy, doll. And I know there's other ones, but that was the fucking one that was my first traumatic horror vision was Karen Black fighting that fucking pygmy.
The Zuni doll.
The Zuni doll. And I remember asking my mom, like, what the fuck's going on? And I remember it was something about the statue and the beads are broken. The beads are broken. The statue came to life, right? I actually never actually seen the film. I just know enough from my childhood memory of maybe being 3 or 4 that it was fucking scared the fuck out of me. But here's the capper. In the living room where I was playing with my G.I. Joes watching this movie, I looked to my right and there was a series of statues my dad got from Vietnam when he was overseas. That one was a gargoyle that had beads around it. And I'm like, I was like, what's going on with the pygmy? Oh, when the beads break, the monster comes to life. And I'm like, what's that statue Dad brought back from overseas? Oh, the story is when those beads are broken, the statue comes to life. What the fuck? So I'm go up in that 80s living room with this fucking gargoyle statue my dad got from overseas. Like, and friends will come home like, don't fucking touch that, dog. You know what I mean? I can't have this fucking gargoyle running amok in our apartment at that. And what sucks is I actually want those statues now. I don't know. We don't know where they are. So wherever these fucking gargoyle demon statues are, kind of concerns me a little bit. But yeah, once again, not a true supernatural encounter. But when you're fucking 3 to 5, knowing that next to the jelly bean dish is a gargoyle that if you bump it the wrong way, it may come to life and get you because you're 3 to fucking 4 or whatever the fuck age you are. Pleasant dreams at Raven Shadow's house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man. So we'll do a last call in the audience to see if anyone else wants to tell any sort of supernatural stories, whether they've happened to them personally or maybe someone they know, or just a spoopy story, Aries. Spoopy. You know what spoopy is?
Spoopy? Oh yeah, no, I'm very familiar with spoopy.
Raven Chow, you know what spoopy is?
I don't go to those sites.
All right. Well, what is spoopy is that there's going to be somebody talking from inside your house, Raven Shadow, and it's not you.
Uh-oh.
Because Marion's joining the party.
Oh, Bamboleo!
So
it's going to be all first.
There she is. Hey, Marion.
Hey, how is everybody?
Good. Now we can hear Ollie in stereo.
Yeah. Good time.
And there goes Raven Shadow. Okay. No.
Oh, we shut the door. Yeah, I'm surprised Aries didn't bring it up, but there were ghosts at Showcase Cinemas, apparently, according to all the projectionists and the managers. I worked there, I think I was 18 or 19. And that was the old theater that had the catacombs and the secret airways and all kinds of crazy whatever. I was never there late enough because apparently there were 2 ghosts and they had their walks. Am I echoing too badly?
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One was a man who died in the 60s, back before it was a movie theater. It was theater, like a play theater, like it is again now.
Yeah.
And in the 20s, a woman died there, um, which was a suicide. The man who died in the 60s was hit by a sandbag or a piece of falling prop or something like that. And all the projectionists and all the managers had stories, at least when I was there, that they would talk about. A projectionist named Babe actually saw the woman. He was in the projectioner booth at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and suddenly just the atmosphere got 20 degrees cooler. And he looked up out the projectioner's window, which is like 15 feet above the floor out in the audience, in the seating area. And he saw the head and shoulders of an apparition like glide in front of the window. The other manager that I was closest with said she saw the man going up and down the stairs a couple of times. And nothing really happened. That was too exciting, except one night somebody brought a Ouija board in and they were, fucking around with it. And I guess one of the doors of the projectioner's booth, which is a metal door, was found hanging off of its hinges the next day.
Wow.
And yeah, I have no idea the veracity of these stories, but that's the hearsay.
Did you hear any of that stuff, Aries, when you worked there?
No, yeah, I know. I heard some of this, not the particulars, the particular stories, but just in general that it was haunted. And I did go exploring to find absolutely nothing. Although it was terribly interesting, below the theater, the catacombs, but I never experienced anything.
That's pretty crazy, though. But yeah,
Wild.
yeah. There are. I mean, I wonder if like things like that, like these old theaters. I didn't know that people actually had died at that theater, so that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't actually only heard about one of the deaths. I'd actually only heard about the one on stage. The man, yeah.
The woman in the 20s was a suicide, and she killed herself at one of the bathrooms in the basement level or the lower level.
So yeah, I didn't hear about that one. No one told me about that one.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I wonder if there like other people had, because a lot of people had frequented that theater. I wonder if there was any other stories of people encountering ghosts there. Huh. Yeah, I've been there a few times. The only ghost I encountered was Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars: A New Hope. Cool. Anything else to add, Marion? Any other wacky stories,
No.
supernatural?
Well, actually, I did a semester in college. I was actually in DC, near where you are.
Oh, okay.
Except I was in Virginia, like in Arlington instead of in Maryland.
Yep.
But I was there. I had 3 roommates from all over the country. Actually, one of my roommates was from Mexico. And she was super Catholic, super religious, very superstitious. These roommates that I had, these idiots, were not great about locking the doors behind them when they got in. And we lived in this apartment building that was like, I don't know, 10 stories at least. Well, apparently the Mexican roommate saw an apparition in our doorway one day and was totally inconsolable. She saw a young woman in the doorway and who was there and then vanished. Called her mother in a panic. Her mother transmogrified our tap water into holy water over the phone. And her name was Daniela, and she blessed our toilet, all our toilets. Well, we had 2 bathrooms. So the toilets, because we're vulnerable when we sit on the toilet, and other places that we might need holy water sprinkled or whatever. About a week later, we ran into the girl that accidentally walked into our house, and she was just on the wrong floor. Like, she got off on the wrong floor. And that's pretty much it. That's the only first-hand experience with a ghost that I have.
If maybe we can get someone to transmogrify the water in Raven Shadow's shower.
Right. To pee.
Yeah. Turning water into urine.
I want my shower water to turn to wine. I'll tell you that much. That's what I want.
The holy urine.
Raven Shadow wants to turn into Rolling Rock. So pretty much piss.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's be honest. You don't fucking drink wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like nice white Zinfandel. I like a Riesling occasionally. It's a sweet wine. Yeah.
We have never, ever seen you drink wine before. Ever.
Does he drink wine, man?
Ever.
I think he had like a half of a glass at New Year's Eve because his mom gave us a bottle, so he can't waste it. And I think he had a little at the wedding because they were giving it out.
Oh, the wedding that MZ wasn't at?
I was drinking wine.
Ugh, this tastes awful. This tastes awful. Ugh, where's my beer?
What? But yeah, no, it's weird. Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the week I had. I had to mow the lawn and drink wine. Ugh.
Well, no, all right, fine. You fucking keep. But I'll tell you something about yourself. You don't fucking mow or shovel anything. You hide in your apartment and you just do unboxing videos all day. You haven't fucking, you know what I mean? Not for nothing. You call the landlord. Fair.
Too much long.
I call Aries on my dad, so that's fine. But like you don't mow anything.
So, all right, Marion. Well, we appreciate your contributions and also for bringing Raven Shadow a pizza.
Yeah. If I didn't, he wouldn't eat.
Raven Shadow, you got to take care of yourself better.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
And if we keep Marion here any longer, we're gonna dig and get some dirt, and you probably don't want that.
I do want to take this opportunity to yell at Marion.
Uh-oh.
Because she apparently visited the maze and did not seek me out to say hello.
I didn't know you were going to be there.
It also is a maze, Aries.
It's not that difficult. I am thing in the maze. So you just follow the screams.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I was very disappointed to see that you had posted that you were there, and I was like, I spent the whole fucking night there. Damn it. Would have liked to have said hello.
I definitely would have said hi.
Yeah.
She didn't know, Aries.
Yeah, I'm kind of a
She didn't know.
So
Yeah,
sometimes details don't really stick in the gray matter.
But look at it from her point of view. I mean, if she was to say, to drop everything just to say hello to you, wouldn't that ruin the illusion for the kids that are going through there thinking that you're a scary monster?
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So, Marion, thank you very much for joining us and for everything that you do to keep Raven Shadow sane. So we appreciate it.
Okay, see you at the blackout tape.
All right, see you, Marion.
Bye.
We also had in the chat room. I've been looking in Discord and I've been neglecting the chat room, so I apologize about that. But we have someone named the Bougie Mermaid. And the Bougie Mermaid says, I'm an Aries God of War fan for sure.
Uh-oh.
Is that your mother, Aries?
Maybe. I don't know. Mom, I'm coming tomorrow to visit. I promise.
So we got an Aries fan in the house. Yep.
That's weird.
Creepy.
I just wanted to say, yeah. I do want to thank Marion for visiting the maze. And even though he stepped away from the mic, I do want to call out Raven Shadow for not visiting the maze.
He doesn't do anything.
He had the perfect opportunity to go.
Yeah.
And nothing.
He doesn't do anything.
Fuck the maze.
Well,
yeah.
He had Uncrustables to eat.
I think he does
You don't
less.
do that if you
I think he does less nowadays than MZ does. Like,
Oh, that's
in
impressive.
in terms of going out and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I know. MZ just
You got to
goes-
work hard to do.
MZ goes from home to work to Maine, and that's it.
Yeah, but at least when it was nice out, like he went to Art Bradish to
That's true.
get dinner.
That's true. You occasionally go to a store now and then, right, MZ? Walmart, take some selfies.
Sure. Well, actually, since Aries brought it up, Art Bradish had to close early this season. I'm sure you guys might have noticed it.
I realize that. Do you know why?
COVID.
Oh,
Somebody,
really?
Yeah. That's
Oh.
what. Like most of the staff came down with COVID,
Oh, that
so they had to
sucks.
shut the whole place down. Yeah. Yeah.
You probably gave it to him.
No,
You're there so
no, it
often.
wasn't me. It was not me.
Raven Chow, you just very conveniently walked away when Aries is about to pick a bone with you.
Another one?
Yeah. Why didn't you go to Haunted Holando with Marion?
Because I wasn't invited.
The whole fucking world is invited to it.
So, are you telling me Marion didn't ask you to go to the maze with her?
No.
So now Marion's got heat with you got heat with Marion apparently.
No, I don't. No, listen. I didn't. She went, and that's awesome. And I wish I could have gone. I just didn't have it. Didn't fall into the cards.
But
Did you express your interest in going?
I in retrospect, I wish I had gone.
To be fair, Raven Shadow,
That's a no.
would you have actually gone if she asked?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't have gone.
No, but listen, I don't listen. Well, I can't share my feelings or can't share my issues because they're not important enough. But no, I mean, like,
All right, this
So-
isn't like
so-
on air shit. This is stuff with her.
Aries, he had a rough week then, probably.
Yeah.
that's not with her. No,
Did
no.
you have a rough month?
Yeah.
Because we opened the 1st of October.
Well, no one let me know. No one let me know. I didn't know.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't-
Does every business need to notify you that they're open?
Yes.
Because it is posted online.
I didn't get the messages.
Are you following it on Facebook?
I'm friends with Tiny.
I know they're not a dog organization.
Wow.
So you're not gonna.
I'm not gonna. It's all I do is I share.
I know you're not gonna share it. Maybe if someone lost their dog in the maze, you'd share it.
Why'd you like those
You-
pictures I sent?
Raven Chow, you keep sharing that. Keep sharing that stuff. It's nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Try. It doesn't help, but I fucking try. But no, I didn't see. I've not seen anything out of his maze. Normally, I'm friends with Tiny. In multiple
Normally you're
identities.
friends with him.
Normally you're friends with them. Yeah.
I am, but I haven't not seen it. I've not seen. Maybe I'm not in the friends of Hidalgo group. whatever.
Hidalgo?
They don't reach out. You have to
like
friend it.
videos today.
Raven
He
Chow,
posted like 2 videos today on Facebook.
Raven Chow, you got to be proactive, man.
Dude, I'm fucking trying. Man.
All right, this is stuff for the weekly show. we'll air our dirty laundry in the weekly show. But Corny says if I take a shower there again, coffee and water will turn to pee. Jesus. And Corny says, I want to hear the dirt. He wants to bring Marion back. He wants more dirt.
Like, why don't you motherfuckers just bathe? Just use soap and water and rinse.
He says, I'm in Alabama and been seeing Tiny's Maze.
Well, send me a link.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I just fucking invited you to the maze. Pick up your phone and accept it.
It's charging downstairs.
Oh, Marion says it was.
Oh, boy.
Marion says it was a girls' night out last night.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that?
Oh.
You had a built-in excuse.
Raven Shadow could have fit in with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the mustache.
You're Italian.
Oh man. All right, so I think that's it for the spoopy stories. But if anyone else, what? What'd you say?
What'd you say?
You interrupted me, so go ahead. It must have been important.
Oh. I said spoopy stories after dark.
Okay, there you go.
It's not that important.
No, it's not. It really.
I'm
it
sorry.
really
I'm
isn't.
sorry. I
All right.
apologize.
So, next, I guess next thing we'll talk about. We did this back in the day. We talked about trick or treating and costumes and stuff like that. I'm sure all you guys remember the fucking most noteworthy costume of all time. MZ dressed as a Bible. I cannot get enough of that shit. So, I want to know, like, I want costumes. I want info about costumes. What were people's favorite costumes? What were their most embarrassing ones? Stuff like that. So, MZ, it's been a while. Tell people about the fucking Bible costume.
What?
The least religious person.
Say again?
The least religious person in the world went dressed as a fucking Bible for Halloween one year.
At least, yeah, I'm almost positive it was a Bible, and I remember it was just a box with 3 holes in it. You know, 2 for my arms and 1 for my head,
one for your ass.
And it was like painted like a purplish bluish color with some writing on the front of it. That's all I remember of it. Now, whether it was like scriptures from the Bible or if it even was a Bible, I'm almost certain it was. I'm like 80% certain it was a Bible.
Why are you 80% certain now when before you were 100% certain? Because we've been talking about the shit for years, and now you're not so sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm more than 70% certain. I'm probably 80%. Oh, but regardless, if it wasn't a Bible, then what the hell was it? Because all I do remember is it being a colored painted box with some like gold writing on the front of it. That's all it was. There was no hat to it. There was nothing with pants or gloves that I had to wear for it. It was just a box.
So you were a child wearing this?
I remember wearing that it was either the 1st or 2nd grade, and we all had to go to school dressed up in costumes, like the day before Halloween or the day before the weekend of Halloween, and it was kids dressed up as clowns or as princesses or as cops or as monsters. I dressed up as a fucking Bible. So.
Now this is the first time I'm hearing of this, and I'm a little pissed that I've never heard of this before. When this was first spoken of, I thought this was something you did like in your 20s or something. Like you showed up at a party. I'm the Bible, like drinking and smoking, wearing the Bible. No, you're a fucking child dressed as the Bible.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Now go outside.
Yeah, and my next door neighbor, I remember distinctly, my next door neighbor, their daughter, who was in her early 20s at the time, she's an artist, made it for me and for my brother. It was the same goddamn thing.
Were you two halves of the same Bible? Were you like an open?
I guess.
Yeah. One was.
I think I was the Old Testament, the New Testament. I don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Oh my God!
But I remember this, and I asked her a couple of years ago about it, and she says she doesn't have any recollection of it at all. And what I really need to do is go through my mother's pictures because she has all the pictures.
Oh my God! Please.
Oh yes. That's what I have to do. Because I do remember having. I do remember being in a costume with my grandmother and my brother. My brother, he dressed it up as Tweety Bird, and it's with those neoprene plastic highly flammable apron costumes with the plastic mask, which you can't breathe out of no matter how hard you try. So he dressed up as Tweety Bird. I dressed up as Casper. And we have a picture of that. But I swear to God, there's a picture of me dressed up as a Bible or something referencing like a poem or a scripture or something. That I do remember wearing a box with, there was like a purplish bluish, kind of like a grayish color with gold or silver print on the front. And it was a long print. It was like from here down. It wasn't like a couple of lines. There was some there was some bulk to what was being written on my chest on the box. And it was, I gotta find it. I know I did. I know I dressed up as this back in the day. I know it for a fact.
I so want it to be that you dressed up as the Bible, but I will take that you dressed up as the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy just to have you in a costume of a book. I don't know. There's something that I just want to see that.
Courtney asks, was it the Book of Mormon? Latter-day Saints, son, he said.
I was shared with everybody.
Oh, Corny does have Corny has a really legitimate question. What if MZ was a copy of the novelization of the film Halloween?
Well, see, here's the thing with that. I mean, if I was a little kid, could you blame me? Could you blame me for saying, yeah, okay, I was, first grade, second grade, that would make me what, about 6 or 7 years old at the time?
Something like that.
So, yeah. So, only the minds of 6 and 7 year olds would like Halloween.
Jesus. All right. So MZ dressed as a Bible. 80% sure he was a Bible.
Maybe 85, but I'm pretty fucking sure it is.
Trying to remember. I can remember I think what my favorite costume was, but I think probably at the time I liked my costume, but in hindsight it was kind of cheesy. But I went dressed as a ninja one year, all in white and like a white ninja, and for a mask, I did the T-shirt trick. You guys know the T-shirt trick, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I took a white T-shirt and made it into like a ninja mask, and in hindsight, I thought it
works.
Yeah, it does. And it was like at the time I thought it was badass, but in hindsight, like I'm sure there's pictures of that somewhere, and it probably looks really silly now. But back then I thought it was badass.
Do you have a picture of it?
I don't know. My mom may. I don't have a picture of it, but she may. I know there was one at some point in time.
I'm thinking, damn, would it be awesome if you were doing like the ninja from Miami Connection?
Yeah, back then. It probably would have been like 1985 or 6 or something, maybe.
So just before.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little before.
Or maybe maybe YK Kim got the idea from seeing my costume.
Yeah.
He's like, against the ninja. Oh man. Best costume, probably the last really good one. You guys might all remember. I don't know about Aries, but I went as a Golden Age Sandman. At our party that we threw at the bowling fucking alley where Smoke and Tie worked. We set up a thing there, and we had a show in the function room with a few bands that played. We had a big party. I remember the turnout being okay. Double D was there. I remember that.
It was more. It was fucking more than okay. It was almost fucking a problem.
Was it? I don't even remember.
Yeah, because it was the first anniversary multiverse. Different time frame, but it was fucking ridiculous because people were getting fucking drunk in the parking lot. Yeah, it was a riot almost happened.
Our first and only show that we put on. This is before. This is long before we did a podcast. This is like 1999, was it? 2000?
No, it was our first.
Oh, 2002 or 2003, somewhere around there.
Oh no, it was pre 9/11. It was October. We moved into the manor that August, so it was like 2 months into the manor in 2000.
Oh, okay.
When was 9/11? 2001.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did you just really ask that question?
Really?
Well, at least he didn't ask what month it was in.
It was in September.
Oh, what day?
What day was that again?
The 3rd. The Bears. But like that show was kind of a debacle too. But no, you were killer as Wesley Dodds, and Double D was actually Mr. Terrific too, which is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, there's a picture of me and Double D together as Sandman and Mr. Terrific, and I remember, it was awesome. I got that picture somewhere actually, so
I have it too. I can send it to you.
Yeah, so that was fun. And that was probably my best one because I had actually gone out and like found props. I got the gas mask and stuff like that. I forget someone let me borrow their gun. It was like a paintball gun. Was it was it your friend Bob maybe? Do you remember?
Maybe he was there because he was Kane. And I think I was like X-Pac.
Yeah. X-Pac. Makes noise.
X-Pac. Yeah.
Do you remember dressing up for that, MZ?
Yeah. I dressed up as a pimp.
Oh, that was your go-to, I think.
Yeah, it was, and Double D dressed up as that too. Not at this show.
Yeah,
at the man.
Yeah, a different party. Yep.
But yeah, I dressed up as a pimp. Yeah.
Oh man, those are good times. That was a fun. I don't even really remember much about that event though because I was so worried about putting it on. Like I don't really remember much about it, but it was a good.
I remember that we had punk band The Dummies performing.
Did we?
Yeah, remember them? The Dummies. They were kind of like an offshoot of the Ramones.
I don't know about that. There was Camel Clutch showed up.
I forgot about Camel Clutch. Camel Clutch and Tunnel Drill. I remember.
Tunnel Drill. Wedgie was there.
Ronnie Ray gun in his cabinet.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Because
Ronald gun in his cabinet.
Oh,
the electric orchestra.
Oxygen Orchestra.
Oxygen Orchestra. And they were like, the Oxygen Orchestra couldn't pay their oil bill. We are Camel Clutch.
That shit was fucking funny. Yeah, because that was my brother and his buddy Brian. They were doing a gimmick or a band called the Oxygen Orchestra. And then they showed up and they were like an Iranian Middle Eastern band called Camel Clutch. And they said the Oxygen Orchestra couldn't pay their oil bill, so they were playing in their place.
Wasn't there a band called Afghanistan Bananistan?
That sounds familiar, but I don't know.
But you guys don't even know what happened with Smoking Tie and I came home that night. That was hot times, Daddy-O.
Did he almost get fired or something?
No. It was a weird night.
I can't find any. I was hoping that maybe I could find something online about that show, but I don't see anything.
Much underage drinking in the front. I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
That's why it was the first and only show we ever did.
First and only show, yeah.
That we promoted, anyways.
Yeah, I suppose we got pictures of that, but no.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to find some of those pictures and post them up or something. I know I have some somewhere.
Yeah, I am looking at one right now of us in the Elm Park. It's all of us.
Oh yeah. We're promoting it, right?
Yeah.
I do remember MZ's brother went as Scott Summers, right?
I was trying to remember who it was, but I remember his wife dressed up as Jean Grey. That's the only thing I remember between the two.
Yeah, and he was.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he was Cyclops. Yeah, yep. I remember him as Cyclops.
Yeah, and J.K. was a zombie, I think. What do you got?
I don't.
I think
was a priest.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's zombie
Yeah,
priest, I think, or something.
Yeah.
They were doing they've been doing Reagan and the priest from Exorcist. That might have been one.
That's right. That's right. How about you, Aries? Any memorable costumes, good or bad?
Nothing compared to all that. Jesus Christ, that was one hell of a tangent. I just want to say, I'm a little ashamed of myself because when you said Scott Summers, I went Double Dare.
You're thinking Mark Summers.
Yeah. Mark Summers. Okay, I just was like, he just fucking dresses in a suit. Like I was just like,
that's funny.
Oh God, I think I lost some geek points there.
No, but
physical challenges and shit.
Have any of you guys seen the Mark Summers with the Bandit Burt Reynolds on?
Yes.
Yes. Is the most. If you thought last week's Trick or Treat Radio was awkward, goddamn, it's ups the gangsta on that because it involves like the Reynolds Bandit like throwing water at Summers and a pie fight breaks out. Google that shit, man. That's fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, if there wasn't a camera involved, there would have been fist thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually just got a voice message from I'll play it in a little bit. But from JB. JB sent a voice message.
Word?
Yeah.
Hey.
Word to Snurb.
Word to Snurb. Actually, one thing I do have photos of this too. My best costume was 1982, and my grandmother made me a Pac-Man suit out of cardboard with like yellow felt. So like essentially, you put on the thing, and I was the fucking Pac-Man, and like you would look out of the mouth. That's where like you would see it. And I had a hard time because you're gonna wear black tights, so if you're walking and trick or treating, you wouldn't be seen, so you're just the yellow Pac-Man.
Right.
And it was so killer. I won the fucking award at the VFW Hall back in '82. It was very exciting. But yeah, I literally I don't know where that suit is. It must have been a long time ago. But yeah, maybe I'll post that photo of young Raven Shadow 1982 in the same living room that the fucking Devil Doll Vietnam statue was at.
Young Buck Raven Shadow.
Buck, yeah.
All right. So yeah, if any of the folks hanging out in the audience and Discord have any memorable costumes, good, bad, or indifferent or otherwise, feel free to request to speak, and we'll invite you in and hear your story. But I think we'll give folks a couple minutes to figure out if they have anything they want to say. And in the meantime, why don't we play that voice message from JB that we just got?
Hey there, I just wanted to call in and thank you for the many years of entertainment you have given me, and hope you all have an amazing Halloween, especially my...
Oh, he cut off, especially what?
Michael Raven Shadow.
You filling in the blanks for him?
I think it was Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got cut. It got cut off at the end. Let me see. We'll try again.
Hey there, I just wanted to call in and thank you for the many years of entertainment you have given me, and hope you all have an amazing Halloween, especially my...
Yep, it cut off.
No. What he said is my favorite host, Aries. That's what he said.
I think that's what he was going to say, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it was going.
Play back message.
I did. I did. I played it back.
He did. He played it back, and it was my. He said it to say my, and that's where it cut off, and it was gonna be my favorite host, Aries.
Yeah. On second listen, it did sound that way, Raven Shadow. Yeah, I think he was gonna say Aries.
We're gonna figure that out.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
It's already been solved. Time to move on.
You having trouble accepting that I'm his favorite host?
Yes.
Why?
Because I've had.
Because why? Why can't I be his favorite host? Why can't I be someone's favorite?
You can be. You had a big shout out from a beautiful, lovely earlier today. I think we mentioned that.
So I can't have two?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah, the bougie mermaid.
Yeah, you're the boozy mermaid.
The boozy mermaid.
The bougie, not boozy.
What's that? What I say?
You said boozy.
You said boozy.
Oh,
the boozy mermaid will be the blackout tapes later.
This is exciting.
This is exciting.
JB's my guy.
So JB says, especially my boy. Oh, he did say, he clarified, especially my boy, Aries. Michael Aries Shadow. Although he does say, I wish Aries look more like he did in Hercules: The Legendary Journeys.
Those Aries.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's funny he says that. That's how I picked the name, because I was actually going to do my beard like that. If anyone remembers, it was like a high merger thing. I was like, I can do that, and then I chickened out.
That's too bad. There's always time, Aries.
Isn't it? Oh, because then I have to get rid of all fucking this, and now I'm attached to this.
Let me see. I'm taking a look. Oh yeah. Okay, I see. Oh, you're gonna do that little?
Oh yeah, that was my intention. I was actually gonna do that.
Oh shit, that's funny.
First degree merger.
Well, still time. Still time. He says if he does his beard like that, he will be my favorite. He says Aries is sweet too.
I might have to like just for a minute though to really define it.
No, you know what you do? Just take just for a minute, do like a strip of black, so it stands out.
Oh yeah, there's just a black line and the rest of it fucking gray.
Yes.
I mean, granted, when this thought had crossed my mind, it was 20-some years ago, and the beard was black, so it would have worked.
Oh man! All right, JB, it's good to hear from you, buddy. Hopefully, things are going well on your end, and happy Halloween to you as well. Let's see. Well, it looks like no one wants to talk about their costumes. That's okay. It's okay. Maybe. Actually, Carlitos. Carlitos wants to talk about his costume. So let's go ahead and connect up with the man again, and I want to hear about his costume adventures. What's up again, Carlitos? Good to have you back, man. I think you're muted, Carlitos.
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Hi there. Hi. Sorry. Mine was I was a mariachi.
Mariachi?
Yeah. It was a costume that was passed down literally through at least a couple of generations before it got to me, and so that's what I remember. At least kind of remember very vividly, but I have seen the costume and all that. Yeah, I was a mariachi one. So.
What did you have?
The fancy gold trimming.
Nice.
And big sombrero. And actually, I saw my uncle one time with the same costume in a picture. It's like, oh yeah, I remember one of that. So that's what I was at one point.
Now, do you remember how old you were, and also did you carry around a guitar?
No guitar. At least I don't think I did. Very early. I was maybe either 5 or younger.
Nice. You should revisit the costume and go as El Mariachi.
Yeah. I know, right? Well, I mean, I'm a lot older now, and yeah, I could do that. I have the guitar cases and all
that. or be daring and go as Lost Naked Mariachi from Orgasmo.
Jesus.
Why do you got to make it weird,
Yeah,
MC?
that plenty of mariachi. We both share the same name, so it's nice to be.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Carlitos was a little mariachi.
Oh, I remember also just real quick on the side.
Yeah.
With that car, they penciled in the mustache.
Oh, nice. Little 5-year-old mustache. He probably looked more like Ares from Legendary Adventures than Ares does. With that little mustache.
Now, did they pencil it in with like makeup or with a Sharpie?
I think it was makeup. I think it was eyeliner.
Makeup. Okay. I'm just picturing you like going to school for the next 3 days with a Sharpie mustache.
Yeah.
That's pretty outstanding. So and maybe Carlitos inspired Robert Rodriguez. Maybe he inspired him to create El Mariachi, right? he saw this badass 5-year-old, and he's like, I got to make a fucking movie.
Hey, there's this little 4-year-old kid wearing this mariachi costume. It'll make a great movie.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, as always, thanks again, Carlitos. Yeah, well, actually, while we got you here, how about your kids? Obviously, you have some kids. Have they ever had any really awesome costumes that you want to speak about?
Nothing spectacular. But my Asia did this year, but she changed her mind, and then I couldn't really find a costume anyway. But she did want to be a Cobra Kai person.
Oh, nice.
Nice. And she just loves that show. I can't believe how much she does love that show. She keeps asking me when the next season is. I'm like, December. I ain't got a couple months still, but yeah. But on top of it, I couldn't find one. I mean, I could probably went online and maybe find one, but like just dropping by at the spirit store didn't actually have any unless it ran out. But,
yeah, that's probably
but she
a pretty
just made
popular one.
She saw one rich costume. Like, oh, that's cool. And Mateo, he's he kind of feels whatever he wants to be. Nothing spectacular. He was a Ghostface one time.
Nice.
He wants to be an old man this year, so he's making me feel, hey, Dad, do you have any clothes I could use? Dude, I'm not that old.
So he wants to be Ares.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, he's gonna carry around a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. Hey, man. I have a fancy bottle myself.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know how old he's ever, but hey, he's 14 now.
Awesome. Well, there you go, Carlitos. Thanks again, man, for hanging out and for contributing. And I think we're probably going to wrap up the questions soon, so we may not have any more, but we'll probably do something like this again. So we appreciate you hanging out, man.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Carlitos, we'll talk to you soon, man.
Indeed. All right, talk to you later.
All right, so Creepy Girl actually posted in the chat room, and Creepy Girl, if you are able to and you want to pop onto Discord, you can let us know, just like Carlitos did in the Discord stage, or it's such a weird name. Like, I wish like the stage room is kind of a weird thing, but anyways, we got a live room going. So if you want to pop in, go for it. If not, I'll read your message in a few moments. So I think we should start to wind down though. We got the blackout tapes coming up, so I'll let people know about that if they didn't already know. But we're going to be doing a blackout tapes shortly after this. Raven Chow is going to go eat his now cold pizza, at least a little bit, right?
Yeah, a couple of slices, take Ollie out. Just give me 10 to 15.
Do you heat it up first, or do you just eat it cold?
I don't know. It's fresh in the oven, so probably just gonna throw it down.
Fresh in the oven like 2 hours ago.
I mean, I'm not sure the space-time continuum. It's hot. I mean,
it's not hot right now.
Room temperature.
Yes. Which is cold for pizza.
Lukewarm.
So if anyone else, we'll do a last call for costume. If anyone else has anything they want to talk about with memorable costumes, whether they be good, bad, indifferent, they hated them, they loved them, go ahead and request to speak in the Discord room. But yeah, we'll start to wind things down here a little bit. So this was not quite the show we wanted to do, but you know, I think that this is fun, and we're trying out some new technology, and it seems to be working out pretty well. So we can get people involved in the conversation, which is awesome. And speaking of getting involved in the conversation, EF is going to be joining us in just a moment here. I just sent him the request, so I can't wait to hear what EF was. This year he's probably going as John Wick, but I can't wait to hear what EF is. So EF, I sent the request. I don't know. It might take a few seconds to pop up. I think Double D said that he didn't see it right away, but just keep an eye out for requests to accept. And once you accept it, we'll get you in here on the stage, so to speak. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool to be able to get people to pop in. Raven Chow, you've been a proponent of doing something like this.
Yes.
How come?
Because.
You
Dynamite drop.
You kidding me?
No. It's kind of like you just make it more inclusive. You know what I mean? Like having that connectivity with our interactions and making it flow more and being more of a team effort. I think that we can all get behind that. Right?
I can't get behind anything you just said because I don't understand it.
Well,
yeah.
Johnny knows. EF.
By the way, JB says, I will even post a pic of him to keep on my wall during my shows if he does. Talking to you, Aries, about that beard.
Thank you.
If I do the thing,
if you do the beard, he'll post the picture on his wall during his podcast.
See, the problem is we're getting closer to the winter, and I don't think I want to like trim down at this point. Getting chilly. This is warmth.
Yeah. All right, there we go. EF is here. What's up, EF?
Yeah.
You know, taking all this time to work up the nerve to say something, and so I put my hand up, and then enough time passed between that and me accepting it that I am now incredibly nervous again. So it's what I get. You know, coffee was a bad choice.
Well, you know, EF, you know we love you, man, and we love your contributions. We love hanging out with you. We love shooting the shit. We love talking movies with you. And I've been digging all your film reviews. Love reading your film reviews online. So this is a mutual adoration party. We love everything you do. So don't, Raven Shadow right now is embarrassed to speak to you. He can't even get the nerve.
I understand all that, but it does nothing for me. So no. But I was okay. So for Halloween 2003, by the way, I'm putting you on mute real quick because there's like an echo going on. I think Marion referred to it earlier.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like Stryker in Airplane, and he's like, pinch hitting for Pedro Borbon.
Oh yeah,
Manny Mota. So it's going to make sense to the people listening on Discord.
Yeah.
But anyway, 2003, I got an invite to a Halloween party, and as is my wont, I wasn't going to go. And at the last minute, I decided, okay, I'll go. And what am I going to wear? I'm not a costume guy anymore. I'm an adult now. And I was like, oh, a couple weeks ago, I saw Kill Bill that came out in the theaters. And I was like, I know what to do. So I grabbed a suit that I had put away, and I put that on, just like a regular black suit with the white shirt and the black tie. And then I drove over to one of those like fly-by-night, month-long open Halloween stores. I bought a fake, of course, fake sword and a domino mask, I guess they call it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I just went as a crazy 88.
Nice.
And I put I bought like the little tube of fake blood and just put it on the suit because I wasn't going to wear this suit anymore. It was, I had a job. I didn't need to go to interviews anymore. That's how I thought back then. And I went and I showed up and I was like, yeah, here I am. I'm Crazy 88. Yeah, you didn't know there was a Hispanic guy in that movie, but there was. He was a member of the Crazy 88, but you didn't see him. And I actually met like 3 different Beatrix Kiddos, or the bride, and like 5 other Crazy 88s, and they pretty much became my new best friends for the evening. So anyway, that's my favorite costume. My only costumes.
Well, that's pretty awesome, especially like, given that you had like your own crew because there was a few Beatrice Kiddos and everything. That's pretty awesome. Raven Shadow, I know you're probably a big fan of that costume.
Oh, I love. I mean, it's fucking Kato, right? I mean, like it's
Kato Kaelin,
great.
right?
No,
Ron Kato.
No, I had my own place. I wasn't in a guest house. What are you talking about? No, it was. But yeah, the Kato mask. But I think when nobody knew what I talked about when I asked for a Kato mask, so I just looked. I think they called it a domino mask or something, but more or less the same thing.
Right. I mean, Domino Mask is that's what Robin has. That's the classic. Even Hal Jordan, the Domino Mask is that's the classic term.
Yeah, that's what most people know him as. So, no, that's pretty awesome. It sounds like a pretty cool costume, and the thing now, like, I mean, I don't even know. Are people having Halloween parties this year? Like, I haven't heard of too many myself, but I mean, I don't even know. Are people even fucking have parties this year?
Probably
I'm
in
sure
Florida.
Plenty of people out there are in denial.
Yeah, I'm sure, and it's one of those things that like is Halloween going to be back to normal? Like when is it going to be back to normal? Like, I mean, maybe I forget exactly where you are, but I know you're in California and you're either in or near LA, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I remember I said I'm about like I'm about a 25-minute drive away from LA, and Aries said, "Oh, so you're like 3 miles away then."
Yeah,
referring
exactly.
to the traffic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
These are the jokes, folks. But that's what Aries said. I do remember that.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember that, but I do.
Do you remember that, Aries?
I do remember saying that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, have you heard of any parties going on in the LA area? Is this something that's going on this year?
Well, I hold on, I'm muting myself again because I'm in Manimoto mode again. But there was definitely a lot of movie marathons going on in the LA area that they do it every year. There's like a few theaters like the Arrow in Santa Monica, Tarantino's theater, the New Beverly in LA, Frida Cinema in Santa Ana. They would do these all-night horror movie marathons that I would go to every year. And last year they all did, or half of them did, like online ones, socially distant ones that you could watch the movies on your computer and stuff. But this year they brought it back, and while I have gone back to the movie theaters, I go to like on off hours in like big cavernous rooms where I'm like really distant from people. But these places are selling out and they're packed. So I guess in a way those are Halloween parties.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean that's the closest thing, because as far as Halloween parties, I pretty much at this point in my life, I pretty much established myself as hating people so much that I'm not even worth inviting to anything.
Jeez. Oh man. So let's see. If I saw Creepy Girl popped in, so just want to, if you hear us, Creepy Girl, and you want to add your your 2 cents to the conversation, go ahead and click the request to speak button, and then once I get the request, I can invite you. That's how this works. So but yeah, no, I appreciate it. And also for EF, Marion, Double D, Carlitos, I appreciate all you guys contributing to the Hearst song, because that was a lot of fun to put together, and I know EF gave me a lot to work with, so I appreciate the multiple takes and all that stuff. So awesome job on that. So I appreciate it, buddy.
Well, for everybody else, what Johnny is referring to is that it's about 10 minutes of me crying saying like, "Why? I'm not doing this right. This sucks. I'm terrible. Please, why did you even ask me?" And then like I did like a couple takes, and there you go. So he's just wrapping it up in a nice little bow for everybody. Well, for everybody.
That's what Johnny does. He makes all of us sound great. Well, acceptable.
Well, yes, some of you.
Sorry, acceptable.
There's no masking stupidity. All right, EF. Well, I appreciate you popping in here and giving your story because that's a pretty cool costume and pretty cool story. And as always, we always love chatting with you, and we will definitely do so again soon.
Thank you very much.
All right, EF. Take care, man.
You too.
See you, buddy.
Cool. So, yeah, this thing's working out pretty well. Yeah, go ahead,
just
Aries.
popped into my head.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't share a costume, and because I didn't think anything too memorable, but this just popped into my head. A few years back when I was working at the bar, everyone was dressing up, and I'm not normally a dress up type of guy because I'm more about function over fashion, and costumes tend to work against that. But because everyone at the bar was dressing up, I had to follow suit or I'd definitely stick out.
Yeah.
So I chose to dress up as the Punisher because the thing I could do easiest and be able to function at the bar because I had 90% of the costume already. So I went out and bought myself a Punisher shirt. And at the time I was a Ranger, so I had a duty belt. So I wore my duty belt and what?
Wait.
Belt.
Wait, what is a duty belt?
Duty belt, Eric.
A duty belt. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Snicker. I said duty. If there is a firearm attached to it, it's referred to as a gun belt. But I did not have a firearm, so it was a duty belt.
I see. Okay.
I thought it was like the sister end of like a colostomy bag or something.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, FG would think of that.
Yeah. So I wore my duty belt because it was, the Punisher has essentially a duty belt on when he works. And now, because you guys pointed it out, I realize how silly it sounds to say duty belt. Motherfuckers.
Why not a utility belt? Utility belt.
Well, because that sounds like Batman. I don't know.
Duty belt.
Okay.
Duty belt. Anything like an asteroid belt. Duty belt.
We like to call them. What are the? Depends. That's what we like to call them. Yeah, depends. You call a duty belt. Depends. Whatever.
Depends. Yeah. Okay. Now, being the Punisher, I also needed to have a firearm on my gun belt. Now, I didn't want to wear an actual sidearm, but I used an actual holster and cut down a plastic gun and stuck it in an old holster that had a flap to mask most of it. So it was just the handle sticking out. Now, I do remember this was a Friday night because I worked Friday nights. And most of the times I would go to a Deadites show when the Deadites played. Mm-hmm. But because I worked and Deadites played on Halloween or the Saturday closest to Halloween, I could not make it to the Friday night Deadite show. But I had something I needed to drop off at the Deadites. So I went to the club before I went to work in my Punisher outfit, giant Punisher skull on the front of my shirt. Walked into the club carrying a coffin with a skeleton with a giant dick on it.
Skeleton cock, yeah.
Skeleton cock, yes. I walked into the club, told the bouncer that at this club that I needed to drop off this skeleton for the show. Showed him the skeleton, put it on the stage, turned and walked away. And at that point, he realized I had, quote unquote, a gun on my hip. And he looked at me dead in the face and went, "You might not want to walk around with a gun on." And I went, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, we don't allow them in the club." I'm like, "It's fucking Halloween.
I know.
Do you not see the skull?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm the fucking Punisher." Oh. I'm like, "Okay, I got no time for you." And I fucking walked out like, how do you not understand that? Like, it's a fucking costume. Like, even if you didn't know the Punisher, it's a skull. Like, you would put two and two together, I think. But
oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's my Halloween story. There we go.
What was that, Raven Shadow?
Roboting, yes.
Yeah, so maybe that's our cue to fucking stop the show because that's annoying. But yeah, we're gonna end anyways. We're running a little late, but we did start a little bit later than I wanted to, and we do have the blackout tapes. Raven Shadow's gonna keel over and pass out if he doesn't have that pizza and get it in his mouth soon. So I think we will wrap up. But I do want to say I really appreciate everyone hanging out and trying out this Discord stage. I think it was pretty successful, and we had some participation. Next time, I'm going to, I actually didn't know we were going to use it until right before we did the show, so I didn't really get a chance to get the word out. So I appreciate that people were able to pop in. But if we do this again, I would like to, pass it out wide, let people know about it. And so for people who are not part of our Discord, if you do want to join, it's discord.trickortreatradio.com. You just go there, and it'll pop up a link for you to join the Discord. If you're not already a member of Discord, it literally takes about 30 seconds to join. It's like super easy, and Discord is I just think it's a great platform. And it was started out for mostly gamers to just have like a way to talk to their teammates while they're gaming. But it's turned out into a lot more, and I think it's really kind of a cool way to have a community. And, as Facebook or Meta, maybe goes away or, isn't used as much. Like, I wanted to have a landing place for everybody. And I think this is a good place to kind of gather and continue with the conversations and everything. So I would recommend everyone join the Discord because we're going to be doing more stuff on Discord. And once again, discord.trickortreatradio.com, or the link is in the show notes wherever you're listening to us, so you can check that out as well. One thing I did want to mention is because Creepy Girl, I gave her an opportunity to pop in, but maybe she couldn't get into Discord or couldn't figure it out. But anyways, Creepy Girl says, I remember one year we dressed up as Kiss and we put so much tinfoil on our boots we could barely walk because they were worn down so heavy. That's pretty funny because tinfoil is pretty fucking light, but I imagine packing that stuff on there could end up being pretty heavy. MZ, which member of Kiss would you like to see Creepy Girl dressed up as? Which would be the sexiest member of Kiss?
The Demon.
There you go. All right, that's a good answer. And she said, I had a party and I got one group of trick-or-treaters tonight. That's it, huh? Are either of you guys going to be giving out candy for Halloween?
Nope. No.
Do you not normally, or is it because of COVID? And
I don't, because I live on the second floor, and
true, yeah, good point.
I'm not gonna go downstairs every 10 seconds,
Yeah.
I usually don't see a lot of people anyway, and I'll be going to the maze tomorrow night anyway.
Gotcha. And I live in an apartment complex, and they weren't doing Halloween this year. They did a thing called Trunk or Treat, I guess, where people decorate their cars and have candy and do that whole thing. So I guess that's what some people did. But how about you, Raven Chow? You planning on giving out candy tomorrow night?
Trunk or treat sounds really scary. It's like, yeah, get in the trunk, boy. Yeah, that sounds fucking terrifying. Fucking really trunk or treat? Wow. Some fucking wire style shit down in Baltimore. But no, I'm gonna make some bags and put them out on a fucking baking sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want kids around, but no, I think Marion's will be over tomorrow. Yeah, we'll put stuff out for the juju. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I think that will do it. Raven Shadow is going to take a break, and there's going to be a Blackout Tapes in the Blackout Tapes voice channel on Discord. So if you're listening live, about 15 minutes, Raven Shadow, 15 or so, give or take.
Yeah, but I take Ollie out, I grab like a slice, and then we'll be ready to roll.
You know what I'll do is let me see if I can do this. In the Blackout Tapes, for the next 15 or so minutes, maybe what I'll do is I'll play the intro to today's episode, the Her song, and I'll just kind of play it on loop for people so they can listen to it. If you've heard it already, you don't want to hear it again. Obviously, you just either mute it or just wait for Raven Shadow to pop in. But Raven Shadow, when you pop in, send me a message because I'm going to step away and get some food so I can stop it. So you guys don't have to listen to that.
The Her song.
Werner Her song. But I will play the Werner Her song on a loop in the Blackout Tapes room for people who maybe didn't hear it or want to hear it again. And once again, I appreciate everyone who contributed because that was fucking awesome. And I think it came out really good. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm just saying you guys, your contributions made it good. And it made it really fun and motivating for me to work on because of everyone's great contributions. So, all right, well, let's go around and say our goodbyes. And it is, of course, Halloween. So if you guys have any Halloween wishes to convey, feel free to do that. Let's start with Monster Zero.
Arrivederci, douchebags, and have a great Halloween tomorrow.
All right, Aries.
Goodbye and happy Halloween.
Raven Shadow.
Halloween until mañana. But until then, it's fucking Devil's Night, motherfucker. So live fast, love hard, survive with your mask on.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Devil's Night on our extra special Halloween live special. This was a lot of fun to do, and I'm glad we got some audience participation. It was fun having some of the Patreon folks involved. And just to throw it out there, if anyone's interested in the Patreon, patreon.com/trickortreatradio, and also Discord, discord.trickortreatradio.com. Feel free to join. And if you're listening live and you want to join the Blackout Tapes, you have to be a Patreon member to be invited. And you can get in for as little as $2 a month. So go ahead and give that a look on Patreon, patreon.com/trickortreatradio. And Raven Shadow will be doing the Blackout Tapes. So it should be a good time. And that is it. So thank you, everyone who tuned in, everyone who's going to listen to this on the podcast. You guys are the best. And a happy Halloween to everybody out there. We'll see you soon, guys. Take care.